I sped all the way to the school. I can't think straight and I nearly go through a red light. I've gotten a fair number of calls from the kids' schools over the years, but this is the first time I've been told to come in without any explanation of what went wrong. But the principal said that Nico was fine. He's not dead and he's not in hospital. She said he's fine. But what if somebody else isn't fine? That thought haunts me. When I get to the school, I am confronted by the fact that there are no ambulance or fire trucks lined up outside. They make me sign in at the front desk and it takes forever for them to make me a little temporary ID sticker to plaster on my chest. I follow directions to the principal's office where I find Enzo already sitting outside in one of those uncomfortable plastic chairs. He stands up when he sees me. It's said for me to be until you got here, he says. Do you know what's going on? I ask. He shakes his head. Even though he is as clueless as I am really glad he's here. Enzo can be incredibly charming, and if Nico's in some sort of trouble, I could come in handy. Although I wish he didn't have quite so much dirt on his boots. He left a trail leading to the room. We sit back down in new plastic chairs. Enzo keeps tapping his foot on the ground, and after a minute, he reaches out to take my hand. We exchange nervous looks. I'm sure it's nothing serious, I say, even though I am sure of no such thing. I did not see any ambulances, Enzo agrees. The exact same thing I have been thinking. It's nothing. This skull is so snitty, I say. He probably just had too many rips in his blue jeans. He does have many rips in his blue jeans, he agrees. He squeezes my hand. Neither of us really thinks that. Finally, the principal opens the door to her office looking much like what I remember. She's even wearing a white dress shirt and tan slacks like she was during the tour. But unlike during the tour, she's not smiling. Please come in, she tells us. Enzo gives my hand one last squeeze and we follow her into the office. Nico's already sitting there and when I see his face, I gasp. He is what is definitely going to be a black eye, and his shirt collar is torn. He also looks like he's been rolling around in the dirt. As you can see, Nicholas was fighting during recess today, she says. Nico won't even look at us. He's hanging his head, as well he should be. I can't believe he was caught fighting. How could he do something like that? He's gone into trouble for a lot of different things, but never anything violent. Who stood at the fight? Enzo asks. Principal Corcoran's lips tighten. Nicholas did. Nico, I cry. How would you do that? I'm sorry, he mumbles into his torn shirt. Why? Enzo addressed the principal. What is the reason they're fighting? The other boy was making fun of a girl on the playground, Corcoran says. Obviously, that was not good behaviour on the part of the other boy, but Nicholas' response was completely inappropriate. He could have told the teacher, or if he did not want to involve the teachers, he could have used his words. Instead, he punched the other boy in the nose. So, Enzo says shortly, my son sticks up for a girl and now he is in trouble. Mr. Arcadi, she says tightly, your son is in trouble for fighting on school grounds. The other boy is at the emergency room and might have a broken nose. I broke my nose once. He waves his hand like it's no big deal, which makes me cringe. It still works. I thought Hansel was going to charm a way out of this, but he's just making things worse. I don't know what he's thinks he's doing. But we should be grovelling right now. We are so sorry this happened, I say to the principal. He will definitely be disciplined. I'm afraid that's not adequate given the circumstances, Corcoran says. We are going to have to suspend Nicholas for the rest of the week. I was afraid of this the second I saw Nico's face, but now that she is saying the worst, I want to burst down to tears. Suspend it? How could that happen? How will this affect his future? Do colleges find out about their grade suspensions? No, that's not the issue. The issue is that for some reason, Nick will take it upon himself to punch another boy in the nose and he's old enough to know better. Fine, Enzo says. We go home then. Nick won't even look at us as we make the walk of shame out of the school. He doesn't have the best impulse control in the world, but he's never done anything like this before. He never even pulled my hair when he was a baby. He's not violent. At least he never was before. As soon as we got out of the school and down into the parking area, Enzo lays a hand on Nicholas' shoulder. Who was this other boy you were in the fight with? Nicholas' shoulders slump. Caden Ritter. He's a jerk. It doesn't matter if he's a jerk, I say. You can't start a fight like that. I know. Nico mumbles. Your mother is right, Enzo says. He pauses. But I also do not want you to think it is not okay to stand up for someone who is being bullied. Nico's dark eyes widen at his father's words. Enzo. I snap at him. Nico was in a lot of trouble. He punched a kid in the face. A kid who deserved it. We don't know that. He narrows his eyes at me. I would think you of all people would be understanding about how important it is to stick up for someone in trouble. He's right. I have always stuck up for people in trouble. And where has that got of me? I went to prison because I stuck up for my friend in trouble. I kept her from being raped, but then went too far and gave up 10 years of my life. Enzo also sticks up for people in trouble. But he's always been smarter about it. After all, he has never been to prison like I have. I had hoped that Nico took after him. I don't want my son to take after me. It was the wrong thing to do, I say stubbornly. Nicholas, you're grounded. Fine, he mumbles. And you're coming home in my car, I add. I don't want to risk Enzo telling Nico again that he is a hero for breaking the other kid's nose. I hate the way Nico won't look at me and won't offer us his tear apology. It's not like him. Nico wasn't perfect, but when he gets in trouble, he's always quick to say he's sorry. When did that change? It seems that my son is growing up, and I'm not sure I like what he's becoming.